Laz, Larry Rivera, and really I want to tell you a little bit about, how we came to be as a team. We're all internet marketers, so this offline thing is kind of new to us. And, just like Brian, we don't generally talk to people face to face. We're not picking up the phone. But what happens is, as we bring people into our organization and we work with them, you have to build relationships. Just like he talked about email marketing. That's a form of relationship building. So as we talk to more and more people, and we get people that are traditional networkers or, have a traditional business, we started seeing patterns, developing problems that we could solve. And that's really what drove us to come from the internet offline, because we knew we could take our services and help people. So I guess we're having like a Google Hangout or a phone conference one day and we're talking, and that's where we really saw that the more people we talked to, the more we saw these similarities and we knew we could help. So we decided we would put together an offline team and we'd help people take their business offline and bring it on. Because everyone has the same problem. And it took a little time for me to think about it. I had to go back to when I first started the internet thing and realize why I came online to begin with. And the problem was reach. I couldn't reach enough people. I couldn't talk to enough people. I didn't know enough people. And then the people I did know weren't necessarily interested in the same things I was. They were interested in bettering their life. They didn't want to have their own business. So, when you talk to those people, it's like talking to a wall. It wasn't a benefit to them, and it wasn't a benefit to me. So I came online and I figured some things out. I figured out, right, if I put my email in somewheres, I would start getting email from somebody, and I knew they weren't sending them to me. I knew it was automated response, and it worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You just can't work that much. So what I learned was to put systems to work for me, so I didn't have to do it. And I got with a mentor who started training me to do these things, which happens to be Larry here. And I met Jamie through the internet, and I actually met Bill through the internet, even though he doesn't live that far from me. And I started interacting with people all over the world, expanding my reach. And a lot of this stuff that's going on, I'm not really doing anything. I set it up once, the systems go to work, instead of me having to be plugged in all the time. And what that does is that filters out those dead walls I was talking to before. So now I talk to people that actually care about what I have to say. And I can relate to people who are interested in doing what I'm doing, interested in what they want to do. So like-minded people get to come together. So I guess a lot of you guys, home-based businesses, right, are network marketers, MLM, some small business. But the problem's the same no matter what. That's why even you have a newsletter, to offer more value, to reach more people. So we need to reach more people, and how can we do that? Well, through marketing, and the internet is great for low cost or free marketing. And what we specialize in is actually, value-driven content that brings the right people to us. We put Google, Yahoo, Bing to work for us instead of like everyone else who spend the money to make that happen. We get to do it for free. People come into our funnel, they go through the system, and they qualify themselves. That's a lot better than you running around, hitting up everybody and trying to figure out if they actually want what you have. Instead, we let them figure it out for themselves. They contact us. We build a relationship with through email marketing, through video marketing, through our content that brings them back to us in a meaningful way. I don't know what everyone else's experience is in here and what you guys have done. But I know I've talked to enough people that didn't want to talk to me. See, because originally, I started my business offline. And, I did the best I could, bringing in like 7, 8 people into my business. And what I found out is none of them could do what I would do. None of them were willing to. Because I convinced people. I sold people. And I'm not a salesperson at heart. I don't even like being in front of a crowd of people like this. But sometimes you just do things that make you uncomfortable. And I did that because I had a vision and a dream. to get 70 people, I probably had to hit up 50 people and show them what I had for them, show them how I could help them out. But because I had to sell them, because I had to convince them, none of them actually did anything. You know, and I got frustrated with that. And that's how I went online. That's how I started putting, searching in Google for things, put my email and naming things. And that's when I saw, oh, wait a minute, there's another way to do this. There's a better way. And now, after making thousands of dollars, I can't guarantee you'll do the same thing if you follow what we do. But there are people doing it. What I found was I didn't actually have to talk to people that didn't want to talk to me. Most of the people I talk to before they buy from me, all they want to know is there's someone else on the other end. I tell them what to do, and then they buy. But, the other people, that's an even larger number, they spend their money before they even talk to me. So they've already qualified themselves. And I know I have someone that's truly interested in doing what I'm doing. It's somebody I can really work with and help. What we're going to do today, if you come over to our table, we got a questionnaire, fill it out. We're giving away free coaching sessions. You guys can sign up for one, see if we can help you out with what we got to offer. I'm going to keep it short. There's 4 of us. Dave Fryan. What you got for us, Bill?
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be here. We came out from by Atlantic City, New Jersey, and very excited. The best part about this industry is meeting people and building relationships, and that's how you profit, and that's what we're all here for. Basically, everybody in this room, we all have the same need, and that's the reason we started this. We need money to feed our family, to take care of the things that we want to do in life, pay our bills, and that's why everybody has a little side business or a main business going on. So I've been online for years. I bounced around from different companies. I was in a few that are here. But the main thing I've realized is that the people that got rich back in the gold rush were the people selling the picks. Okay? Nothing against anything. I'm just talking from my personal opinion. And my opinion is you need the information that can get you out there, get people to find you, build relationships, get out of your comfort zone. I know a bunch of us here, we're introverts or laid back, and then we grew into the ability to converse or share our stories with people. And that's what becoming successful is being able to get out of your comfort zone, not be afraid to share whatever you're building with other people, and be proud of yourself. Would you do exactly what you're doing right now if there was no profit in it? Because it has to come from your heart first. And if you're not happy with what you're doing, then you're probably making a mistake. You're probably doing it out of desperation. And I remember when I first started online, the first thing I kept telling myself, oh my God, I got to get somebody. Please, somebody sign up. And then you remember when you get that first sign up or that first sale, and then a week later the person's gone. They're gone. And then you're frustrated. And then it's a cycle. But like what we're doing and what Dave talked about is we're helping people get exposure out on the internet, even give some coaching to do how to do offline presentations and help them build their business. I had someone call me last night who just moved from where we live up to New York, and he's putting something together. He's like, can you get me some search engine optimization? It's just like Brian said, there's different techniques, different ways that you can get your business out there, Craigslist. I'm a big advocate of return on investment. Okay, that's what I'm strictly about. Keep my life as simple as I can. Okay, which is buy leads, invite them to talk to me, build a relationship, and see if they want to go forward. If not, next. Okay, if I spend $500, I'm just throwing numbers out there. If I spend $500 in advertisement on a leads company that will get leads to my website, I'm wanting more than that back. And it doesn't have to happen that same month. It could be over time. Like Brian said, an autoresponder. An autoresponder is, if you ever go to any pages, and business pages have these, if you're interested, put your name, your email address, hit submit. As soon as you do that, bam, you're on that list for whatever you just opted into. And you're going to get sales pitches from that, whether it's Macy's or any other opportunity that you have. Okay, we also have small businesses that are strictly offline, meaning you're going around different places and selling your products. Okay, that's something you have to do. You have to look, you have to find places that are having events, things like that, and you have to keep using all your time and going to these events every weekend and do this and do that. What David kind of said was, what we like to do is leverage. Leverage means we use the power of other people, the power of outsourcing, meaning I pay to get my leads. Some people do it free, which is fine. I don't have nothing against that. I still do free advertising too. But it's called leveraging. Leveraging, when you talk about your downline, you're leveraging the 100 or so people below you to make you more money by helping them to become successful. So whether you're an online, offline business, you need exposure and you need a system to follow through and help you become successful. So I'm just basically, my approach is, we talk to people, we build relationships, we see what their needs are, and we see if we're a good fit. If not, then that's just how it runs. Make sure, one other thing is, when you're looking for a business, make sure that you know what the compensation plan is. That means what it will take you to break even, what it'll take you to reach a certain goal, what it'll take you to retire, and things like that. Also realize what your competition is. There's a ton of programs out there. With technology and how things are growing fastly these days, new programs are popping up left and right. People are taking their money, they're investing in programs, and they're saying, hey, this is the hot next best thing. So, do your due diligence, see if it's a fit for you, love what you do, get as much traffic to it as you can, try to build as many relationships as you can, and then the final part is duplication, meaning get that person to do the same thing you just did in a process. What we do is we try to help people to do that. So, I know I rambled on, but thank you for listening to me.
You're next. I'm next. Hi, my name is Larry Rivera. I don't do presentations. This is probably my first time ever speaking in front of more than 5 or 6 people. So, I have been self-employed for 14 years. I dropped out of high school. So for me, I hear a lot of people talking about colleges and doing this and doing that. I pump poop for a living. That's what I did. I guess my point for being here is I want you guys to all go home tonight and something that I say sticks and helps you do whatever it is that you're doing in your life. I've spent, income disclaimer, I won't talk about money, how much I lost, how much I made. I can't promise anyone will ever make anything ever at all. I just don't know. I've spent about $130,000 in over the course of 10, 11 years failing miserably at everything. I didn't make money, not selling real products, not really selling affiliate products. Now I made a lot of sales, right? I would get thousands of leads a week, make thousands of dollars a month. The cost it took me to make that little bit of money was astronomical compared to I never made a profit. I was just losing money for years. My wife was looking at me like I was crazy. There were some things I learned really well, like getting traffic, getting leads, search engine optimization, using pay-per-click traffic, paper media, using things like Craigslist and all the different mediums you can imagine online to sell stuff. And I wasn't addressing the real problem. The real problem was me. I was probably my worst enemy because, again, this is the first time I'm actually talking in front of people because I'm not comfortable talking in front of people. Nor was I comfortable doing videos when I met Bill, which was back in 2009, maybe, 2008,
About that.
somewhere around there. Because of my insecurities and my fears, I held myself back, right? I was having financial transaction scarcity. I wasn't making any sales. I wasn't selling them. After a while, what I started to realize was that people, they don't buy products. No products. People at the end of the day will always buy other people. How you present yourself, the stories that you tell, the way that you tell them, that's what really matters. Whether you tell it to people on a blog, you tell it to people on Facebook, you tell it to people in an email ad copy, solo ad, or however you're advertising. Your true, transparent story is what people buy into. right? I'm a high school dropout. My writing is terrible, my math is terrible, but I make thousands of dollars a month, right? I don't do things conventionally like everybody else does. What I do is I try to talk from my heart. I try to be real with people, right? I understand that most of us, everybody in this room is doing what they're doing because they're trying to better themselves. Everybody's got this end goal, and that end goal somehow involves their lifestyle and what they're looking to do, pay off their debt, go on vacations, support their families. I was looking for value in products when I should have been looking for value in people, right? Everybody's struggling in their lives till they get to a point in their life where they can look back at their lives and go, oh, look, I made it whatever it is for that person. For me, I haven't really done too much since January.
Yeah.
January. I haven't really worked at all. I've just been kind of living, riding my bike, hanging out, playing video games. Right? That's kind of what I do. Hanging out with my kids. I had the opportunity to watch my 10-year-old walk for the first time, talk for the first time. Same thing with my 6-year-old. I got to watch her walk and talk, and I happen to be a stay-at-home dad, so I'm there when my kids are sick. I put them on the bus in the morning, I take them off the bus, I changed all their diapers. I've lived that lifestyle that a lot of people dream about maybe one day living. I've been living it for a while. And it came about for me because most of it's BS. And I don't want to talk, I don't want to curse, I don't want to say nothing too crass, but most people are totally misled to understanding what it really takes to make a $500 sale, a $1,000 sale, to make $5,000 in a day. They think you have to work really super hard, learn all kinds of technical stuff, do all kinds of nonsense, and then if you work really, really hard, maybe you'll make $600 this month, right? Maybe. People talk about, well, if you're in network marketing, you're an MLM. I've been in companies for years. In one deal, I brought in like 400 people, and at the end of the year, 4 people were left standing. Well, that wasn't, hey, I brought 400 people in. 4 people stayed. And that seems to be a common thread, whether you're selling an offline business or online business. Something wasn't working. And that something was me not understanding that if you're going to do something, first of all, know who you're talking to. Actually know who your target, not everybody's your target market, right? Not everybody is interested in your deal. You have to know who you're talking to. And you only talk to that person all the time, always, and nobody else. You don't talk to nobody else because nobody else is going to buy what you're doing. If you focus, here's where my success comes into everything that I do. I'm really, really good at playing guitar. I'm an excellent martial artist. I'm an awesome internet marketer for one reason. Every action I've ever taken in my life, even though I dropped out of high school, because I dropped out of school because they were feeding me crap that I wasn't buying into. I was like, I don't want to do this. Now, my wife, she went to college, she's a nurse. She had a purpose to go to school. I had no purpose to be in school. I took what I was into, what my passions were. I've gotten paid as teaching people how to play guitar. I'm still to this day earn an income teaching martial arts. Right? For me, I can't quit. If I wanted to quit martial arts, my students wouldn't let me because I don't need to teach. I just do it because they want to quit. But the reality is I was consistently, when everybody else was only practicing once in a while, I practiced all the time. I consistently woke up every day. I trained. In my mind, I had a vision for who I wanted to be. And for 18 years, I've been doing martial arts. For 25 years, I've been playing guitar. And for 12 years, I've been internet marketing. I failed most of the time at everything that I ever did. But unlike everybody else, when people go, this doesn't work, this is too hard, this is too confusing, I quit. And I didn't quit. I was the idiot, right? I kept spending money going, maybe I'll make something. Yeah, I messed up over here. Oh, I messed up over here. I'm not rich. I started off in a broken home. My mom's house got foreclosed. I dropped out of high school. I was, for $11 an hour, pumping crap. Barely good at addition, multiplication. I can't write worth a heck, but I do have 5 blogs, and I get thousands of visitors a month to my blogs because I figured out how to write to who I was talking to. because I'm not trying to sell everybody into a deal that I'm in. Nobody cares. Again, nobody cares what I'm selling. I've sold perfumes, right? Dude, you want to buy some perfume? Not everybody wants to buy my perfume, right? I've sold, raise your hand if you guys bought infomercial products. Because I bought a lot of infomercial products. I bought real estate products. Yeah. They thought about buying infomercial products. I actually bought them all, right?
Thank you.
I bought them because I really believe that I want to buy it and I want to get rich, right? And I would try to do this stuff that was being sold. Because again, I consistently take action on what people tell me to do. That's the only way you get it. None of that worked. It was too hard for my simple brain to figure out. Like I did a real estate thing. I'm trying to go to county courthouses, figuring out how taxes work and who I can actually, this, where, when. I just got confused. I quit. I needed to make my life very simple, right? I needed to know who I was talking to. And I needed to know what I was really after. I just wanted money in an ethical, legal way. That journey took me down a road where I learned how to use autoresponders, where I learned how to tell my story in a way that was appealing to other people, right? The result of understanding how to do storytelling marketing and target the right market was I did make $500 sitting on a toilet. I did make $1,000 sitting on a toilet. I made $3,000 having a beer at a bar because of leverage, because my team, my business was working itself for me. That's why I have been able to, since January, not really do much of anything. Now, I have to support my team, right? I do work, I blog, but I could be done my daily routine between 45 minutes and an hour a day, and that gives me 8, 9, 10 hours a day to talk to people, having them tell me they're going to give me more money, right? They've just made a sale in their business because they're learning how to do the right things to make sales in their business. It's not about being successful is only good if the people around you are also being successful, right? And you can't be successful in network marketing or MLM if everybody around you is failing. People around you have to actually be successful for the leveraging aspect of network marketing to work in your favor. So what I want everybody to go home and think about tonight is who are you talking to and why are you talking to them? What is it that you really want a person to do? What is it that the person really wants for themselves? You have to be the problem solver. You solve somebody's problem, they'll love you and they'll give you money. It's that simple. You can't solve everyone's problem, so you have to know who you're talking to begin with. And always talk to that one person. Because globally, if you're doing internet marketing, you just open up the entire world to your business. So if you can find 100 people in your town who you're talking to that has common interests with you, you know there's another 150,000 in the world just waiting to hear your voice and hear your story and your message and what you're trying to say. And that's all I wanted to say.
Hey everyone, I'm going to actually switch over here so our camera lady, and I can see all you beautiful people out there. I'm Jamie Flies. I'm going to take this name tag off because it keeps falling off anyways. So I'm Jamie, just remember that. I'm the one without the flower. Normally we both have flowers in our hair today, but I accidentally forgot mine. It's my birthday today, and since I'm the birthday girl, thank you. I have a couple requests, okay? Nothing extravagant. One, I want you guys all to have a really good day, because if you didn't know, you actually have a choice to have a great day every day. Every day that you wake up and you are blessed with breath is an opportunity to make it a great day. You actually have a choice. So even if something bad happens, you have a choice on how you respond. So that's one request. Have a great day today, okay? And two, I want you to get out of your comfort zone today, and I want you to mix and mingle with the people around you. Get to know them, because you never know at these events or any events or no matter where you go, who you're going to run into. For instance, back in 2008, I actually met Bill online. I was living down in Florida. That's originally where I'm from. And we had a good friend of ours, unfortunately, that passed away, Bob Bond, who introduced us to each other. Now, if it wasn't for Bob Bond introducing me to Bill, I would have never met Larry, who's actually my current sponsor in our particular company that we're in. So because of that, you just never know who you run into, the connections that are going to become long-term connections. And that's how I eventually met our buddy over here, Dave. So that's why we're here, is through connecting and becoming connectors. So I actually got started in online marketing. Actually, it was MLM originally is how I got started back in 2005. I was pregnant with my first child. And I, like many people, I just wanted to be able to stay home with my kid. I wanted to see my kid, grow up and do all these wonderful things. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just making ends meet, because at that time I was. Like literally I had enough money to pay my bills. I had enough money to, eat at the end of the month and all that good stuff. But that was it. I didn't have any extra, curricular activity funds or anything like that. And I was going, oh my God, I'm about to have a child. What on earth am I going to do? So I started looking at, like many of you probably have, another way to make extra income. So that's how I found MLM originally. Unfortunately, it didn't go over so well. And that's because I was actually lied to by my sponsor about how I could run my business. Now I know some of you guys love to do home parties and go to events like this, but this is actually like Larry was saying, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone. Normally I don't do these type of events. Normally I don't do home parties and stuff like that, but I see the need for it now. And that's why we're stepping out. But back then, I just wanted to stay home in my pajamas and be pregnant and comfortable in my AC because it's hot in Florida in the summer. I don't know if any of you have been down there. And I wanted to make sure that I could just provide more for my kid. Unfortunately, the company I joined, in their terms of service, didn't allow for that. They wanted me to go to do home parties, and they wanted me to go to the hotel meetings and stuff like that. So obviously, we separated ways. So one thing I want to let you guys know is make sure that whatever business you're currently in, if you haven't read your terms of service, your policies and procedures, make sure that you do that, because a lot of times there are pitfalls in there that can maybe hinder you from growing your business in a particular way that you want to do it. And I want to make sure that you're all in compliance with whatever company you're with. And if you're looking at a company, make sure that you look at their policies and procedures in terms of service and make sure that it's in alignment with what you actually want to be doing. So that didn't go so well, and I kind of thought, like a lot of people, maybe this stuff is a scam, right? I'm sure a lot of people have thought that at one time or another. But part of me knew there's all these companies out there, and there's all these people doing something with it. So they can't all just be scams. But unfortunately, shortly after that, my first child I was pregnant with was born full-term stillborn. And so to say that I was going through a lot at that time, as well as being in an abusive marriage at that time, is a lot. It's an understatement. So I didn't look at anything with online marketing or internet marketing or MLM for a while. It wasn't until I was pregnant with my daughter, who thankfully is very well much alive. She'll be actually 7 next month. And it wasn't until I was pregnant with her that I started thinking again, here I am, still just making ends meet. What is it that I can do with my life? I want something more. Not just for me, but for my child. I want to be an example to her on what she can do, that there is truly no limitations unless we set them. So I started looking back at, what about this online marketing stuff? What about this MLM stuff? What about this network marketing stuff? And eventually, I did find a home. It took a while for me to find a home because I was the type of person that I wanted to make sure that the products that I was selling were something of value to people. I wanted to make sure that I was operating with integrity. Some people can just sell anything and everything and they're happy with that, but unfortunately for me, or maybe fortunately, I'm a little bit more picky than that. So one thing that I would like to tell you guys and gals is that find something that moves you, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't move you, you're not going to want to do whatever effort it takes, even if it's something minuscule like blogging or making one phone call. You're not going to want to do the effort that it takes to actually go out there and get the job done. So make sure that you find something that's in alignment with your personal values or your personal likes. For instance, Larry, he has many blogs, and like he said at first, he totally was not good at writing, and I could actually confirm that. I used to actually read some of his blogs and go, oh my God, how is this man making any money? And I would give him suggestions. And now he's much better at it because it's something that he likes to do. He continued to refine his skill and grow on it, and it wasn't something dredging to him, and he just does it on a regular basis. It's what he likes to do. So find something that you love to do, whether it is actually selling a product or a service, something that you're good at, something that you enjoy learning about, or maybe already know about, and then take it to that next level. And then the next step is that you need to have more financial transactions in your life, okay? Because I know that you all have bills, right? We all got bills, yes, we can all be honest about that. And we all have things that we would like to do. Now, some of us may have enough money to do the things that we want, and some of us may not. But the point is money isn't everything, but it does help us do more in life, like maybe give more. One of the things that our team wants to do as we grow is we want to be able to give to different countries that are in need, and as well as here in the United States, and eventually do missionary trips and stuff like that. So your dream can be as big as you want. One of the things that I've noticed as we become adults is we start dreaming really, really small. When we were little kids, we wanted to be astronauts or, all kinds of, really fun, neat things. And then somewhere along the line, we get into high school and we start going, oh, maybe we should be more realistic. Well, the thing is, what is realistic to you is only what you make it to. You can choose, just like you can choose to have a great day, you can choose what's realistic to you. What is it that you really want to do? Who said that you had to start dreaming small just because you became an adult? A lot of people, but are those people right? No, those are people that gave up on their dreams as well. So I want to encourage you that you need to find what drives you, what moves you, what is passionate inside of you, and that's what you need to go after today. And one of the ways that we can help you say yes more in your life, which is what we do, we're here to help you find a way to say yes more in your life, not just about your passion, about paying your bills or traveling or whatever it is that you like to do in life, to be able to say yes more. Being able to go to your kids and when they ask for something, not having to say no just because you don't have the money. Or being able to take your family on a trip, or be able to do missionary work, or whatever it is that truly moves you, to be able to say yes more. And the way that we're able to do that is we like to find out more about you. And so that's why we're going to have a coaching session. It's 30 minutes. It's complimentary for anyone that is interested in finding out more about your passion, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you find out more about your passion, and not just what it is, but are you currently doing anything with that? And if you are you targeting the proper market? Because one of the things that I was lied to about as well when I first got into the industry that I was in, that everyone was my target market. And quite frankly, not everyone is your target market. I hate to break it to you, it's a lie. Not everyone wants or needs your product or service, and that's really what it has to come down to. They have to want and need. Because I'm sure there's many of you that know people that maybe need to quit smoking, but they don't want it, so they don't, right? We know people that do all kinds of things that they need to stop doing or maybe should be doing, but they don't because they don't have that desire inside of them. So we want to find out who is your target market, who wants and needs what you have, and then we want to show you how to go about actually finding a way to reach out to those people. And that could be through offline marketing, and that could be through internet marketing, and there's so many different ways to go about that. And a lot of it will depend on your overall marketing budget. Do you want to do free methods? Do you want to do paid methods? Do you want to do a combination of all the above? We're here to help you figure out the best game plan, the best business plan for you guys to take your lives to the next level and to have the purpose and the life that you want, because you shouldn't be dreaming small. You should be dreaming big. So that's what we do. And when everyone is done mixing and mingling, feel free to come over and we'll sign you up. We're giving away 30 complimentary coaching sessions. And that's it. Does anyone have any questions? No?
I got a couple of things I'd like to bring up
Go
real
ahead.
quick. All of us
I
have
recognize
built our
the email.
relationships, other than Larry and me, through the internet, okay? Bill and Larry got introduced by a guy from South Africa. They virtually live next door to each other. And that's the power of the internet. Now, some of you guys have traditional businesses, so we're talking about MLM and network marketing, which doesn't apply to you. But what we can do for you as well is we can show you how to reach people in your market through the internet. It's actually easier than reaching people across the world or globally. So I just wanted to throw that out there, let you guys know. So if you're thinking that we can't help you, you might want to grab a coaching session, because it's actually easier. You guys got anything else you want to add?
Absolutely. We all need more leads, more prospects, more clients, more customers, and we need to know how to target them. So that's what we will help you guys do. You just have to come over here and let us help you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.